Hello everybody, I hope you're all having a wonderful day today. It is the first day of spring here in the UK. The daffodils are blooming, the sun's out, the canal's dead quiet, which is odd for midweek. I thought the hire boats were going past about now. Ted's having a lovely time sticking his head out the front of the window as we speak. I just thought I'd catch up with you all today and give you a bit of a show and tell, let you know what's going on. So a few of you who have been on my channel for a little while might know that I'm a commission painter. And I've got some contracts that I'm currently in the process of finishing. I just thought I'd show you guys exactly where I am with those. So first off, one of my most long-standing customers, Colin, has been working through his Infinity Jing collection with me for well over a year now. I did take a bit of a hiatus last year for personal reasons, but I am back, baby. I am back. I'm doing all the things. And I'm going to show you how far we're getting. First off, this is a pheasant rank. I'll just see if I can zoom in. There we go. Oh, hello. All right, so this is a pheasant rank that I've painted up for him this week. The purple is actually his personal choice for his army. It's coming out a little bit blue on the camera. I think the colours are kind of washing out, but hey, that's what you get for using a smartphone, I guess. Then we have who's this guy? I'm just checking my cards. This is a Haldao special support group hacker. No, it's not. That one is. Hey! So this is a special support group hacker. Again, normally these would be painted green wherever the purple is, but I really like how much that pops. It's really, really good. Quite impressed with how it was come out. I threw some green on there anyway for his pouches and things like the grips on his combat shotgun, just to, you know, add a bit more visual interest. And this one comes from Booster Pack Alpha. He's also complete now. I'm not entirely sure who this guy is because I've thrown away the paperwork. If you know what he is, let me know. Just drop me a note, drop me a comment, and we'll see where it is from there. And where else are we? Starting on another couple of bits and bobs. This is one of the other characters from Booster Pack Alpha. I know she's got like a jump pack on. Really, really neat figures. I love these. So I started these. There's some chips on there. I did have a slight case of the drops earlier on, and I might have just scuffed it, but I can fix that with some paint. Really loving that purple and how that pops actually. That's very cool. I also have 4 Celestials to work through. And these are over here. These have only got to the primed stage so far. Normally I would airbrush prime these, but I actually picked up some Expo Models dark grey primer to try it, and actually it's super tough as long as you don't drop them. Any gaps I managed to pick out with some Monument Hobbies coal black, sloshed over as a wash, and it's worked really well for bringing out some details there. That's number 2. Here's number 3. This guy here, I absolutely love them. They're great miniatures. I've got an Ariadne Force that I'm currently stalling painting because I've got so much other stuff on, but I will get around to showing those off as well as I go through them. There's one more over here as well. Very cool. Good for a nice start. And finally, the big guy at Booster Pack Alpha. I can't remember what his name is, but look at this chap. He's an absolute bruiser. There's some very serious Appleseed vibes going on with that. If you guys don't know what Appleseed is, go and educate yourselves and watch some videos on YouTube. It's great. Just a size comparison there with the pheasant rank. You know, he's quite a chunky boy. Now you may have noticed these bases, I've actually flipped them upside down and glued the miniatures in. That's just literally so I can paint them. These will be going onto a clear acrylic base, each with some notches cut into it to make it tournament legal. So that's Colin's stuff in progress at the moment. I'm looking forward to the next phase of stuff I'm going to be doing with him. It's going to be some Cyberpunk Red miniatures and also some roleplay miniatures as well. We've been discussing that this week and I am fully hyped. Just going to zoom out a little bit for this one. So that's Colin's stuff, currently in progress, that's going on. Now Mark as well has been a big supporter for me. He gave me an absolutely huge Drukhari job for Warhammer 40,000 before last year. Again, I had a bit of a hiatus due to some personal health issues and mental health issues, all of which have been now resolved, which is great. And I can finally start working on this beast, which is the Forge World Dark Eldar Tantalus. As you can see, I'm doing quite a lot of filler work here. This model is fairly old from Forge World, and it does require a lot of love and attention. The fit of the outriggers, so the catamaran holes to this brace that goes over the top here was very, very poor. I managed to get it fairly close on the inside, but the outside had gone all the way. Maybe I should have put it the other way, but I did find that the top lined up better with this. So as you can see, there's lots of filler there waiting to be sanded down either side. Fair chunk of filler in that gap there as well. It's all very rough at the moment, but that's because I'm going to be able to get in there with some fine sanding sticks soon and really, really tidy that up and make it look nice and spanky. This gap wasn't so bad. This gap was quite bad. Same as under there. You can see I've started shaving away some of the filler that I put in down here. I've been using Green Stuff World's liquid green stuff because it's an acrylic medium that dries rock solid, which is what I wanted, really. The original Games Workshop Flybase is inadequate, shall we say. It was okay before I put the fins on, but now I've put them on, it sits on the fins. We don't want that. So I picked up an oval flying base. I think this was 92 by 120, which is a good size, and that's going to go underneath there. It's by Hobby Heaven. This one, it's not an official Citadel one, but I found this one was a little bit thicker. There's some brass rod as well. I'm going to dress that up to hide the brass rod, and then that's going to sit probably about there. Let me do that right around so you guys can see. Probably about there, so it's a couple of centimeters off the table. And yeah, but big kit, takes big time, but I'm up for it. It's good fun. Now, non-commissioned stuff, personal projects, really quickly. This is a Wave 1/20th scale MaschinenKrieger lunar Gans. Now, I did the unboxing review of this last week, or might be the week before now, actually. And I've actually just got it all up together like so. It looks quite rough at the moment, but that's just because it's in the bare plastic. Now, I'm going to show you a few bits and bobs. One of the reasons why I love doing these kits. So I'm just going to zoom in, like so. If you notice all the scuff marks and scratch marks on the top there, all right, a lot of that was fairly deliberate. The nice thing about these kits in particular is it gives me an opportunity to really try some detail work and like building up textures. One of the things I've always loved about the MaschinenKrieger kits in general is the fact that they usually have a lot of texture, and you can add that onto scale kits by using filler. You can use it, you can add it on by using Mr. Hobby lacquer primer. They do like a filler primer as well. Boing. Loads of different ways that you can kind of add detail and interest to your miniatures. I think with this one I'm going to keep going with the rough sanding around the original mold lines of the kit, because they make good grind marks, and particularly you can see on the top of the helmet, on the top of the head unit here, you can see that slightly dimpled area there. Well, what I found is that makes a really good ground off casting mark. You can see it like so on the other side. It's fairly rough. I can knock that back with some Tamiya extra thin as well. Like you can see these much glossier areas, I've done the same thing, and it just kind of helps to hide the seam line. I am considering with these tanks, these propellant tanks on either side, of actually going over them with some thinned down acrylic putty, basically to add like a kind of almost like an expanded foam looking texture to the outside, so it looks like they've got insulated jackets on. I'll spend a bit more time on the boosters here. You can see there's some rough sanding at the moment to make them look really nice and smooth, because out of all of this, the bits that are going to be precision parts are the bits you don't really want to explode. So yeah, that's kind of the thing. Nice thing about these kits, as you can see from the gold glint, is the amount of brass they put in. They also put in these tiny micro springs. I love them. I think they're absolutely great. This one's got a bit of wire running through it. I think some aluminium wire just to keep its shape. I've left these ones loose at the moment so I can actually remove the legs for painting. And just zoom out a little bit more so we can kind of see overall what I'm talking about. But these little springs here are just designed to pop into these gaps like so. And obviously once the kit's finished, I'll glue them in. But loads and loads of detail. I absolutely love these. Nice thing about these is because these aren't real, I get to do a bit of greebling as well. So I've added some spare parts from like other fuel tanks to hide a detail there. There's this bit here has been duplicated on this side underneath there with a bit of trimming just to fill in the gap, mainly because it didn't look very aesthetically pleasing to me. I just feel like it needs to be packed with more details. I might go back in with some really small gauge electrical wire and just basically wire up the engine and do all sorts of fun stuff as well. Yeah, no, just really nice kits. So that's where I am at the moment. I thought you guys would just like to have a look at what I'm doing, really, and see where we're going. Thank you for hanging on for me for the whole of this video. It's always nice just to stop and take stock as to where we are. I'm going to be working on Colin's stuff today to make way for some Cyberpunk roleplay game. I think it's Cyberpunk Red, the combat zone miniatures. We've got quite a few of those coming in over the next month to paint, so I'm really looking forward to showing those off to you as well. Colin's already said it's okay for me to do unboxing reviews of those, so keep your eyes peeled. Alright guys, thank you very much. Have a lovely day.